Alright, so this is my second game that I made. This is Cut the Rope, and it's just a simple little game. It doesn't have a whole lot to it. As the thing mentioned, we could use between 1 to 2 levels. I opted for 1, and I used the rope. Let me show a little bit about how I did that. First off, I created a candy class for the piece of candy that swings, and what happens is in the rope we go through here, we get the ceiling position, make the same count, set the bodies, and then what I did for the first rope was the first half of the rope basically, is I took the segment count, divided it by 2, and went through this loop. And I did some math here to find out, where exactly the rope should go, and it turned out that starting the rope a little to the left and removing the amount equivalent to each section of it for its x coordinate, and then making its angle equivalent to, at least for this side, it was 2 times math pi over 3 to get the right angle. You'll see in a minute. So anyway, I went through, made the first half of the rope, came out of the loop, created the candy object, and put that on the rope. And then I made the second half of the rope using much of the same logic, just different numbers offset to the right, and used math pi over 3 since we were going at the opposite angle. Created that, and then stuck the bottom of that second rope to the candy. So now we've just got basically one big long rope. Let's go ahead and take a look at the game. It's not too fancy. I did have some trouble extracting the sprites. Mostly, I guess it wasn't really extracting the sprites so much as it was making the TGA. I just could not get the black to come through as invisible. I put it into Photoshop, I made the alpha channels, and I don't know, it just didn't want to cooperate. But that's okay, because this one's more about functionality than it is about the look of it, I suppose. Alright, so as I mentioned before, just zooming a little bit here. Alright, so as I mentioned before, we've got these objects here. We've got our little frog there who's going to eat the candy. One thing I did about the candy is I made it a sensor object. So that way, the frog could interact with it without being, really hit by it. So we got this rope. It's being attached to both sides. And, like the game says, we're going to go ahead and cut the rope. Alright, and he eats it. And there we go. And now we've got these just 2 dangling pieces of ropes, and we can, continue to cut them if we want. Just hack off pieces, and they'll just kind of fall away. And that is really it for this game. It's just pretty simple. Just, cut the rope. Kind of cut it cut it on either side, and just let it swing. Right, now of course we can do our visualizer, we can see that, and I can see this line that I'm making and where I'm cutting it. Alright, let's do this one more time and give Om Nom his candy. Alright, so here we go. And there we are. Alright, and that's Cut the Rope. That's my second game. Alright, thank you.